Hi everyone, this is Miss Jess from the Monroe Street Art Center, and I'm here to bring you some project ideas for art kit number 4. I can't believe we're already on art kit number 4, but I'm super excited about this kit. This is a stamping and printing kit. So I'm going to show you today, these are some examples that I made. Using some of the things in our box, we're going to be able to create our own stamps, okay? So these are two that I made. I have I had a few different colors of paint in my kit, pink and orange, so these are the two that I'm going to use today. Go ahead and take out whatever colors you have. You're also going to want probably a container of water. You can either use the paintbrush from your kit and or you can cut off a little bit of the sponge from your kit. That's probably what I'm going to use today. For my palette today, I'm being really lazy and I'm just going to use a recycled piece of sketchbook paper. The other thing you're going to want is to pick out a piece of paper that is going to contrast the colors of paint that you have. So in my kit, I had, I've already used sort of a white sheet that was in mine. This one is just like a slightly off gray color, but I think that my orange and my pink paint will show up good on this one. So this is the one that I'm going to print on today. The last thing you'll need is look in the bottom of your kit and you're probably going to find some foam stickers. These are the ones that have a little tiny piece of paper on the back. They're all different shapes, sizes, colors. You might even have some alphabet letters in yours. I got lucky and I have the letter J for my name, so I'll probably use that somewhere. Okay, and then the very last thing not in your kit but that you might want to use for today is some scrap cardboard. So I have a lot of boxes just from ordering stuff from Amazon, so I just cut up a box today and I'm using just 2 smaller rectangles. If you don't have an Amazon box lying around, you could cut up your art box and use your art kit box for this, okay? So the first stamp that I'm going to show you guys is actually using our stickers, and by putting them on our cardboard we can create our very own stamps. So this is the one that I made yesterday. You guys can probably see how it sort of translates to this card that I made here. By printing it several times in a row, I sort of created a new pattern for a card, okay? So let's start with that today. I have 2 little strips of cardboard here, and the first one I'm going to use my stickers to make my own stamp. So you can do this however you want to. Actually I really like these. I kind of went with triangles yesterday, but I have this cool triangle. I'm going to start with this one. Just peel the back off, right? Just like a sticker. Maybe make a pile of your scraps somewhere so they're easy to throw away when you're done. Okay. Mine is going to be like abstract today, meaning there's no theme to my stamp. I'm not trying to make it look like anything. I'm just going to use sort of the shapes that I like and placing them in an order that I think looks kind of cool. The color of my stickers doesn't matter either, right? These are all different colors. But what I'm mostly focused on is the size and the shape of the stickers that I'm putting on. So for example, I have one big triangle in the middle and then 2 similar triangles on either side. What else do I have in here? I've got 2 little tiny squares. Maybe I want to use these as sort of the last part of this. Actually, I've got 2 bigger squares here I'm going to use first, and then I'll use my little squares. Okay, so I'm going to put these here. There's one. Peel the back off. And another one. Okay, this is looking cool. Peel off my last 2. Okay, I don't know what else would look cool. Maybe one right here. Peel it off. Okay, I'll hold it up here so you guys can see. I don't know, guess this is my stamp that I made today. Okay, now to print this, I actually think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this in half because I think I want to use half of this for my second stamp and half of this for my first stamp. So if I want it to be the exact same size, a little trick I can do is fold it in half and kind of crease it lightly like this. And then I know that both parts will be the same size. So I'll just cut it right down the middle. And then we're ready to do paint, okay? So I'll set aside my 1/2 here. This is the one that I'm going to print on. So here's my stamp, ready to go. Like I said, my colors are pink and orange, so I'm going to open up my little container here. And I'm just going to pour a teeny tiny droplet, close it back up so it doesn't spill, onto my palette here. I've got orange, and then I'll do a little bit of pink too. I don't want to use all of this paint. There's not a ton in here, so I kind of want to savor it, right? Use it sparingly so I can do a couple of projects this week with them. Okay, a little bit of pink, a little bit of orange. And now you can either use, like I said, your paintbrush, and I'll kind of show you both ways here. I've got my paintbrush, dry off my bristles, okay? I can paint my paint right on top of this. The most important part is that I'm trying to cover up my stickers. The cardboard behind it, since the stickers are kind of raised, right, it's like a texture, the paint is mostly going to stick to the textures that are sort of sticking up off my cardboard. I don't really care if paint gets on my cardboard because the part that I want to stamp onto my paper is the sticker shapes, right, like this one, okay? So I'm going to start with some pink. Paint it on. Maybe I'm gonna get crazy and just mix them both together. A little orange and a little pink. Okay. So you can see I've painted it. All my stickers are shiny. Yeah, I got a little paint on the cardboard, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Now, when I flip it upside down, here's some tricks and tips for printing well. As soon as you set it on your paper, try to let go. If you slide it at all, right, or if it slips accidentally, it's probably going to leave a smear of paint. So you do want to go slowly and carefully, okay? So I'm going to carefully set it at the top, hands off, and now slowly and carefully I'm just going to put some pressure on the back of my stamp, sort of pressing down. This is going to help to make sure that all parts of the stickers with paint on them touch the paper and sort of leave that print, okay? Let's see how it looks. Again, slowly and carefully. I'm gonna just peel it off. Hey! And it leaves a cool stamp. Now, if you wanted to fill the whole page, right, and make up another card, I'm just gonna do that same thing again. So, I got my stamp. I want to show you, just in case you don't feel like using your paintbrush, we can try to use our sponge. I cut off a section of my sponge, so I still have a whole nother sponge left, right? I don't want to cut the whole thing up yet, because I'm going to show you another way to use that sponge to print later this week. But with this, I can apply paint. So I'll stick it on here. Again, mostly concerned with getting it on my stickers. I don't know if one method is better than the other. You guys can experiment. Right? Either way, as long as they're covered in paint. This looks cool because it kind of blended the orange and the pink together. Okay, now I'm going to print this one again. This time I'm going to move my stamp down slightly and print right underneath it, so it kind of creates a pattern that's going to go down the whole page. How did I do this before? I think I went this way. Okay. Set it down and then carefully press. I'm not trying to slide it, I'm just trying to put a little pressure on those stickers so that the paint will translate onto my paper. Okay, and carefully and slowly pull it off. Cool, I like this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit here. You guys can take your time, right, designing a cool sticker. You could do anything with this sheet once you're done with it. You could hang it up on your fridge and just have it be a work of art. You could turn this into a card and give it to somebody, right? I know it's only April, but May is coming up. And if anyone ever celebrates May Day, right, that's sort of, you leave flowers or cards for your neighbors on their doors. So this could be something fun to do for that, okay? Cool. Okay, I think I've got space for one last one. You notice that I actually went back to my paintbrush. I guess I'm sort of favoring my paintbrush today, but like I said, whatever floats your boat. There's no right or wrong way to apply paint. Okay, and now my last one, I've got space for one more. Carefully, slowly press and pick it up. Okay. Now I've got a really awesome pink and orange triangle card I can give someone. Okay, so you can make a whole bunch of these. You can switch up your paint colors. Maybe if you have a lot of art supplies at home and you've got different colors of paint, you can use any colors of paint at home. You don't have to use just what's in your kit. Okay, so I'm actually going to make a second video for the other kind of a stamp so that you guys can see two different ways to sort of use these, okay? If you do design some of these today, I would love to see what you guys make. So please share them with us on social media and have fun. Thanks, guys.